as he said, I was so hesitant at first because it's a new system. Florida doesn't have like a one streamlined platform to use all across, and my career started in Colorado, so I was used to using a different platform. But when I discovered Propy, came to the summit last year, learned a lot about what is happening in the future, which is already here happening in front of us. I just decided to jump in. And that was my first step. And now I cannot go back. I send all of my offers, whether it is on the buying side or on the listing side. It's just how everything is so transparent, from the buyers, the sellers, the title company, the lender. It's really easy to see in live time. So if I'm traveling or if I'm out of town, I'm already ahead of the curve. I'm not missing a beat. So that's why I think Propy being such a great platform, I see in the future that Florida could implement this platform for all the agents to use for transparency purposes. That's what I see in the future.
Awesome, thank you. And Anna, analysts,
hello.
Right? That is what you're all about. What I want to ask is, on a macro level, the shifts that we've seen in real estate has definitely been observed and felt throughout. What kind of shifts in new technologies do you see in real estate, and how are people adapting to them?
Well, I want to put this answer within the context of inevitability of change. There's this sort of fallacy in human nature and resistance to change. The fallacy is that people tend to think that how life is how life will continue to be. And that is the opposite of the truth. If we think about it, we have this device that was magic 20 years ago. In the middle of the 20th century, we had floors of offices filled with people using typewriters typing because that's their job, and they were replaced by computers. So this progression towards AI is the next inevitable shift in our progression of how we use technology. So it's not a question of is it going to happen, it's a question of when and how quickly. And I think that as real estate professionals, the faster one accepts that, the more the easier it will be for one to position oneself ahead of that curve and avail oneself earlier than others and get that itch. Because it is about positioning yourself in front of trends, be they market trends. Like for example, now we have this tremendous shift in economic focus in our country away from 20th century capital such as New York City towards new ones such as South Florida. And this is going hand in hand with technological shifts which are sort of supercharging each other. Because COVID, in essence, here's what's important to recognize, it supercharged our departure from 20th century ways of life and 20th century capitals. The way that we went to work, the way that we use technology, the way we structured our days and our businesses, all of these constructs were already in place before the internet. People are creatures of habit. COVID came and broke habits and allowed for the adoption of new ones. And this adaptation of AI is the next step. I mean, Collins Dictionary said that the word AI was the word of the year. So it's on everyone's mind. And then what is AI if we're talking about it, right? What do we all think AI is? I think that fundamentally it's machines that can solve problems for us, that can think, whatever that means, what machines think, and solve problems for us. That means that they can make us better at what we do, make us faster, make us more efficient. And I think that especially for young agents, they can get that edge over people who are older and perhaps more resistant to change. So that's where I say it's going. I think it's going towards making us better at what we do, certainly not replacing us, because you can't replace that human interaction, especially in a business like real estate.
Yeah, and that's it. Real estate is such a relationship-based business. Real estate agents are always going to have a job, always have a place, right? Christina, you being one of the luxury agents here today, so much growth. How are you? What AI are you guys using on your guys' teams to kind of get yourself ready for the future and to make yourself relevant to today's market?
Thank you for that question. I love what you said, Anna, because, and I'll jump right into answering your question. AI is changing the way we do real estate, whether we like it or not. I was one of those people that was resistant to change. Before I was a real estate agent, I was a reporter. And I remember sitting and doing a story and having an idea of how one day we're going to be here. I didn't realize it was going to happen this fast, where we have technology that's helping us move our business forward faster. And the technology is still new. One of my favorites that I'm using right now, I'm sure, I mean, I just want to quickly poll the room. How many of you are using ChatGPT, just out of curiosity? Okay, good. So there's some context here. Because some agents don't even know what AI is. So there's a lot of people here that are moving forward with change, and that is a great thing. That means you're going to be a leader in your industry, and the rest of the people are going to fall off. Our team is using it to speed up the process with less error, and so I'm more available to be in front of my client and communicate effectively with data that has been verified and found using AI. As a reporter, I don't know if anyone's here been a reporter, you have to research, and that took time, it took energy, it took a lot of energy to get that information, and now it's at our fingertips. The technology is verifying the internet quickly. One of my favorite things to do is, for example, when I'm doing a live or if I'm preparing for an appointment, some of the key topics that are trending right now online in regards to real estate, I used to have to go and seek out information through news outlets. Now it just comes by asking a simple question, and this technology is interacting with you. So I think it's really, really useful. It's made me more efficient and saves me and my team a lot of time.
Cool, thank you. Daniel, do you have anything to add to that?
Yes, I agree exactly with everything that you mentioned. I believe that speed is everything in real estate. You have to be fast